Hello and welcome everyone to Good Night Meditation. Today we are going to talk about two things that we should check before sleeping. And the reason for that is many times, we have some wasteful thoughts while sleeping or, even in the middle of the sleep. Sometimes we have some not so good dreams, and sometimes we may even feel that we our day was okay, for example, right? Nothing untoward happened or bad happened. Nothing unpleasant really happened, but still we had a disturbed sleep, yeah, or some kind of disturbance in our sleep. So usually, there are two things that we should check. And if we are careful about this, acts of carelessness, so to say, before we sleep, then we will not fall in that trap of having any disturbance in the sleep. So, the first thing I want to talk about is, you know, just before we go to sleep, then at that time to talk of whatever has come up during your day, uh, here and there, because we are so, in these days we are so engrossed in news about everything. And there is this sort of curiosity to know what is the interesting news, right? But what we see most of the time is that kind of news is sort of wasteful for sleeping. It doesn't help in sleeping. And sometimes we also feel that is the only time, night time is the only time when we um, get to the news in a way. We may be busy in other things all through the day. So but you know the way to avoid it is that, um, one is that never go to sleep while talking about these news things or some what we call wasteful things. It is an act of carelessness. If you do not have time for watching the news or talking about it, then try and do it in a room that is not where you sleep, not in your bedroom. So talk about these things in some other room, away from the bed as much as possible. And if it is really something essential, you just go out for 2 seconds. Just share something important that you want to share, but never share it in while in while you're already in the bedroom or on the bed. So that is one thing, not to watch or talk about news and other interesting things. uh, right, we want to go into silence. That's our aim. That will help us sleep better. And the second thing I want to talk about is, many times when we are tired, we may have gone for work and then come home tired. Even in these days of working from home, we are tired after doing so many things. And then at the end of the day, we are just so exhausted that we just immediately go to our bed and sleep. That is also causing uh, some kind of disturbances. Okay. And so to avoid, that, and what happens that we have actually not really wrapped up our day properly, just going off to sleep just like that. And so I was mentioning before about some disturbances in the sleep. So even though we may not have done really anything bad or wrong, in during the day, or nothing unpleasant may have happened to us during the day, but the fact that we did not make our intellect clear before sleeping, it does affect our sleep. It's very important to keep our intellect clear before sleep. And the solution is very, very simple. How to make that intellect clear. So either if you like to keep a journal or a chart for the day, either write it down or mentally also. If you are not the writing types, then you can just mentally also make a note of these things, and whatever good or bad, yeah, happened during the day, whether you did something good or bad, or whether something happened which was good or bad, yeah, give everything away, and empty your intellect. Write everything down, or mentally write everything down. And the best person to give it away to is is to give it to someone who can keep it safe, right? So we can be open, and we can be um, uh, honest in our journaling or charting, right? Uh, and that being is the supreme being, who's also a point of light. So let's try connecting and actually doing this in our meditation. How can we wrap up the day? So just sitting in a comfortable position and relaxing the body. Just try and observe everything that happened during the whole day. Some of the things that happened may have made you feel good. Some of the things were not so good. We may have behaved in a way that we didn't want to. Somebody may have behaved in a way that they shouldn't have. Somebody may have praised what I did. Whatever it was, we withdraw our attention and watch everything that happened during the day as a third person, just as an observer of that act. And very gently we connect with that inner being, the point of light, who is the observer of the act that happened during the day. And now this inner being knows that it is the time to transition from acting into another experience of silence. And as if this being of light is drawn towards his home of silence, very easily he's pulled into this realm of silence. This is a world where he belongs. This is a world of the Supreme Being, the Supreme Father. And it is very easy for this being of light to hand over all the good, bad, everything to this Supreme Being who will always keep everything very safe. Not only keep it safe, but also guide the right manner, in the right direction. The Supreme Being is the highest and the wisest. He knows the complete truth. He always holds that clarity. He knows this inner being, the being of light, as he is. The most pure and noble being. And in this wrapping up of the day with the Supreme, the inner being feels very secure. There is a certain stillness that he experiences because of the security. A stillness that gives him peace and happiness. And we just stay connected through the next few hours in this region of silence with the Supreme in the home. Thank you, and hope you have a very good night.